Erin? Erin? Hello? Erin, are you there? I guess I'm running the show. How's the new generative AI search result going for you? Slowly. Which video platform is the most profitable for creators? Lots of AI news, AI tools, AI Barry, AI everything. You're listening to News from the Edge for the week of June 5th, 2023, here on Edge of the Web Radio.
From the Edge of the Web studios, here's what we're looking at this week.
This is Edge of the Web Radio. I'm your host, Mordy, overseeing head of SEO branding at Wix. We're covering the SEO and digital marketing news of the week, separate from our weekly interview podcast, getting more news to you even more quickly. Be sure to check out the recent shows at edgeoftheradio.com. Welcome to the Site Strategic Digital Marketing News Desk of Edge of the Web. We're proud to have Site Strategics on as a title sponsor of Edge of the Web. I'm very proud of Erin's team there at Site Strategics, the top SEO company in the region. They're constant learners. That's the reason for the show. We'll talk more about them being Site Strategics during the show.
How's it going, Mordy?
I'm so lonely without you.
It happens.
Yeah,
Have a good weekend?
So, what happened to Erin?
He's on vacation this week. He's
He's always on this guy.
well, he's doing Boy Scout stuff. He's camping out in the wilderness. Probably no Wi-Fi. No, I don't know.
Starting little fires.
Yeah.
Harassing children.
Well, that's half the fun, isn't it? How was your weekend?
It was great. Yours?
Yeah. We took the kids to a movie, a couple baseball games, both the ones my son was in, and then he was in a game, and then we went to the Indianapolis Indians game, and they won 7-0 against the Toledo Mudhens. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Minor league baseball is interesting. I like minor league baseball. It's got that family feel to it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, and I could definitely tell the game went fast with the pitch clock and everything else.
They have a pitch clock?
Yeah.
In the minor league? Oh, right. The minor league, of course, they the one who started the pitch clock.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Little League because you went from Little League to the minor league.
Yeah, Little League.
Yeah.
No, Little League is still
pitch
coach
clock.
pitch. This is our last year of coach pitch, so yeah, it's fun.
Let's get right into this because all we care about is AI. Forget the children.
We so much.
We just care about AI.
Well, let's go.
Yes, let's take a look at our first article. From The Verge, Google's AI-powered search experience is way too slow.
Agreed.
Why wait for an AI-generated summary when I can just scroll?
How many people do you think are checking their settings right now on their phone or their podcast? What happened?
This from Jay Peters at The Verge saying, hey, you know what? I like Google's SGE. I found most of the answers pretty all right, they're fine. But you know what the problem was? It's slow.
It is.
And why wait for an answer to generate when I could just scroll down to those good old blue links? Those classic blue links. How quaint are those?
I mean, have you used it?
You know what I say? I don't care if it's not AI. I'm not looking at it.
Oh, you're not going to look at it at all, ever?
I'm not looking at any blue links anymore. If it's not AI.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I just want AI.
So you're much slower now at searching since you're waiting all the time.
I don't care as long as it's AI. That's all that matters to me. As long as I'm using AI,
right.
I'm up to date on the latest and greatest.
There you go. It never gets anything wrong.
Never. But it's a good point. Look, I think one of the cases that they gave was there's something for Ted Lasso, and not only was it slow, which I mean, slow is all relative, right? But you get a whole paragraph of I just want to know what time the show was on. Give me a link.
Right.
Tell me it shows on 8:00 at night or whatever it is. It's streaming, so it's on whenever you want. That's a silly. If that was an AI hallucination.
Right. Well, it's almost like
Ted Lasso.
We've talked so much about the kind of searches that are that instantaneous response. What time is a show on? What's the weather outside? What's the temperature? When's a flight leave? It's almost like maybe the Google team's throwing the AI search in front of everything. but they really should still be identifying these quick hit answers that just never need AI. If you're
Yeah, that's like
asking,
the irony of this all,
right?
right?
So there's going to be three
We
types of search, like that quick answer, the AI, and then the regular search with links.
Yeah, so Google went quick answer because that's what users wanted, or you can go if they wanted to steal your clicks, but also because that's what probably users wanted. And now they're going away with that with the SGE thing. I feel like we need to find a happy medium because sometimes I literally just want an answer. It's why I like getting notifications from apps.
Right.
Because I just want to see it right there.
Yeah.
So there's a point to that. And I feel like we're still in the early stages of this, and we need to find that balance of what users want and when they want it. It brings user intent to a whole new level.
Are we going to talk about how the AI generative search is sitting there and it's slow, and then it creates a content shift once it finally fills up? So if you start scrolling past it and you go to click a link, is it shifting the whole page
their
down?
CLS
Are
must be
they breaking their own CLS rules?
hey, it's not a ranking factor anymore. Just kidding. It is still part of the ranking equation.
Is
just
Google
like it
still
used
ranking #1 as a
not
search
much.
engine?
Well, they rely mostly on direct traffic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of these like weird things of like, do you really need the whole SGE thing right now? But also, it's also very cluttered. I think that's one of the points in the article.
It is, yeah.
It's a little bit cluttered. I think they can do with like less is more sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, back to the Ted Lasso example, I think he was talking about how it's trying to answer the question, but also maybe anticipate what else you might ask next.
Right. That's also part of the thing. I think for certain cases that works well, where you want to have that predictive. Okay,
right.
let me get you to where you really want to go. But sometimes where they really want to go is quite obvious. What time is Ted Lasso on? Again, it's streaming whenever you want.
Right.
But
Right. And that's got to be part of the answer too, right? Is that
I feel like in that case, AI would say schmuck. It's streaming. It's whenever you want.
Listen,
I feel they
old
should
man.
have like Jewish grandmother AI, like Schmendrick. It's streaming, schmuck. Like you don't have to like have a time. You just go on the computer and stream it.
I think you should do this.
That would be great. That would be great. You putz.
I mean, we have an article coming up about a website adding ChatGPT to their site. Maybe you should add ChatGPT to one of your sites.
Yes. ChatGPT for everybody.
Let's do it.
All the time. Everything. It's all I care about is AI.
Yeah.
I'm not sick of AI. I don't have any sort of, AI saturation whatsoever. More AI. We're proud to have Teases as a sponsor of Edge of the Web. Our firm is a 19-year-old digital marketing firm, one of the oldest and top in the region. Their core specialties are technical SEO, entity SEO, SEM, social media, conversion optimization, results-based marketing that works, Site Strategics AI. They've also developed a unique omnichannel marketing, media, and content curation process. Guided by our weekly R&D and AI from our Edge of the Web AI interviews, we incorporate the best AI techniques for content broadcast strategy and execution. If you're interested in what we can do for you, give us a call at 1-800-AI-SEO, AIAI-AIO. Also 877 SEO for web, or that's 877-736-4932
No AI.
AI everywhere.
AI everywhere.
Give the people what they want, Erin. Sorry, Jacob. The second you said AI, you're pro AI. To that extent, I assumed you were Erin.
Oh, so, there you go.
Yeah, I apologize. That was an AI hallucination. If someone shares another screenshot of SGE, I'm going to lose my damn mind. Anyway.
I won't do it.
You should be the one to do it now on Twitter and tag me. Woo! From Search Engine Land by Danny Goodwin at Mr. Danny Goodwin on Twitter, at Search Engine Land on Twitter. YouTube is the most profitable platform for creators if your brand is looking to maximize ROI or influencer marketing. Data, not AI, data shows YouTube is the best place to focus right now. I wonder if that's what the AI would agree with or not. But it seems that there's a higher propensity for greater marketing returns from YouTube, which makes total sense because YouTube is built for it. Whereas TikTok is a social media platform which is trying to figure out ways to monetize. YouTube is literally built to monetize. So that makes good intuitive sense. And the data backs it up because 50% of YouTube creators earn more than $500 per month versus just 40 on Instagram and 36% of TikTok creators. So If you're looking to earn more than $500, go to YouTube.
Do you think that has anything to do with the length of time of these things, though? Like, if I'm making a YouTube, it's typically going to be, well, it could be any length I want, right? So if I'm trying to influence and get some sort of product, you know, some traction, that's really hard. I mean, you can do it in TikTok, but like you have to be so fast paced, and then it's just over.
Well, I mean, you're like, how many ads are there really in the, like, how many videos? I mean, most clips I watch are probably between 5 to 7 minutes. You have the pre-roll, and then you have the end roll.
Sure.
But that's not what it's called. I don't care about the ending one. I completely ignore that one. But I don't know. But I mean, my sister would probably spend like half a day on TikTok if you let her.
Yeah.
Like she didn't have like a job and children.
It's also interesting. Creators on YouTube, can't they control a little bit what kind of ads show up so they can try to maybe get some ads that pay better if they know that their content is enough to keep someone through the break?
If you could figure that out, can you please tell them that my children don't need a Gillette razor? We turn to the AI news, Jacob.
All
It's
right.
time for an AI because we haven't done any AI news yet.
Nope, not yet. Haven't even mentioned it.
We turn now to the AI news. Does that mean that the AI is gonna like do the recording now, or recovering news about AI?
I think you still got to do it. I'm checking my notes. Yeah, you still have to read these.
I still have to read this.
Yep.
Okay. We turned search engine land into a chatbot. When I say we, I don't mean we. I mean search engine land turned it into a chatbot. I actually asked the search engine land chatbot about Barry. It thought it was not Barry Schwartz. It gave me some other Barry. So Barry needs to write more articles to build up a semantic relationship between the chat and the website. So Barry, if you could please write more articles. You do not write enough, it seems. It's a really interesting idea. It's a great way to get information. I was thinking it's pretty novel. I was wondering if we could do this on the Wix SEO Hub. It'd be really interesting. But if you want to get information, like, tell me, like, what are like 5 tips about backlinks? It's scouring all of the backlink articles and pulling in those 5 tips for you. So that's cool. It's a great way to curate information if it's accurate. Which I tried to break it and get it to do insulting things, and it wouldn't do it.
That's good.
So it seems to be like it's working.
I asked it about disavow and explained what it was pretty well and said you shouldn't do it unless you've had a manual action or it's your last resort, blah, blah, blah. But then I said, is it still an important tactic? It said, oh, yeah, it's still an important tactic. And I was like,
Yes.
I don't know if it is. But, I mean, that's the problem is if, I don't know, when did the news come out that Google's officially saying it's no longer really a necessary tactic? If they're providing data going all the way back to 2006, and this chatbot is absorbing all kinds of information about how and why you should disavow, and then only recently we're like saying no, I wonder if it's quantity over not quality, but like almost like release date, right?
Yeah, you're asking about disavow. To me and you. I was asking, does the search engine land miss George Wynn? And it wouldn't give me an answer. And then I asked if Barry misses George Wynn, and it wouldn't give me an answer.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought it was originally powered by Barry. Like there was this Barry behind a chat, like behind a keyboard.
Yeah.
But then I noticed it said that the chat experience is powered by search engine land and love. And Barry doesn't have any emotion, so can't be.
Barry, I'm sorry. There's only so much editing I can fit in anywhere at one show. That one may have slipped past.
This is what happens when I host. Okay, on to more AI news. Google Bard can now use your device's precise location for more relevant local results. That's great. That's really good. Bing Chat gains Android home widget and improves sports scores.
So have you tested this yet?
No, because you know what? Like, why would I go to Bing to like maybe get the sports score right?
Right.
Or I could just Google, back to the Verge's point, Yankees score and get the answer box with the actual score. So I don't have to play any guesswork.
Sure. Well, I'm guessing too, don't you like to look up scores? You want to see more than just the run count typically, don't you? Like, don't
I
you
watch
want
the highlights.
No, I know you watch the highlights, but if you're seriously just all I want to know is the score for
yesterday.
yesterday.
You want the box score.
Yeah, you want to see a lot more than just 10-5. Like that doesn't.
Right. You know what? Let's do it. Should we ask Bing?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I feel like we'll just.
Are you going to ask
Bing.
it something you already know or something you don't know?
No. Yeah. I'll ask Yankees score. Yankees score from yesterday. Is that good?
Yeah.
Chat experience. It's responding.
Still
Okay, it's
going.
searching for Yankee score yesterday.
Still waiting.
Yeah, still waiting. Answer. The New York Yankees beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-1 on Sunday, June 4th. The game was part of a weekend series between the two teams. Aaron Judge, the reigning AL MVP, was sidelined after his injuring his foot on Saturday. I hope this helps. And then it links to the New York Post. And it has a little icon now, a little favicon for the New York Post. That's great. You know what's ironic?
But it didn't tell you the series score. You don't know.
It gives you but it does give you the box score underneath it, like an answer box. But I could have just gone to Google and or Bing. And by the way, I did. When you go to Bing and type in Yankee score last night, you get the answer box. Like, why would you go then test the chat experience? It's kind of weird.
I think they're still trying to figure out how to get people to use one or the other, right?
Americans know about ChatGPT, but few use it. Survey finds. I find this with my family. They all talk about the AI, or people in my neighborhood. Everyone's talking about AI. AI. So interesting what's going on. And then you actually like start getting into it with them, like, oh, what do you think about the AI? Like, what's your thoughts about this or that? And they have no idea. But they have very strong opinions about it, but know very little about it, other than the fact that it exists. That's been my experience.
Sure. Yeah, I can agree with that. I would also say, like, I feel like maybe in our industry and the amount of AI news we cover, I was kind of surprised by some of the numbers in the survey, right? So it said 50% know about it, but only 14% have interacted with it. That seemed.
If you look at my Twitter feed, it seems like 99.99999% of people.
Yeah. That 14% number shocked me more than the 58.
But that's like most people I know who talk about it, and you ask them, have we actually tried it? And they wouldn't even know where to go.
Yeah. Some of the other stats in here, like, they're interesting, but some are like super obvious. Like, did you know that younger people use ChatGPT more than older people?
No, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me.
Who would have guessed?
I don't know. Do they also use TikTok more?
I think so.
But you know what? Younger people tend to use less antennas on their TV than older people.
Oh, also weird? True.
Also, they watch less Matlock.
The Matlock viewing ratio is way down.
Just falls off. Like once you go past like 89, you go under 89,
right?
It really just falls off a cliff like 88. Yeah, that's a key demographic, 89 or above.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, AI eliminated nearly 4,000 jobs in May. Report says that's not good. That's not what you want. There's a survey from Challenger Gray and Christmas, not Hanukkah, saying that, about 5% of all jobs lost were because of AI, which is disturbing and upsetting. I don't recall them listing like the specific verticals, like what kind of jobs were lost. I think that would be interesting to know. I'm curious how they like know exactly, but
yeah, the 4,000 numbers.
Do employers say, yeah, we got rid of them because of the AI?
I mean, it sounds like, yeah, they're saying why in this report. They reply back because of AI. I mean, I don't know, because then that article also goes into how ChatGPT is doing stuff in the newsroom and reporters have lost their jobs, but we've also seen how that's gone horribly wrong. And I wonder if there's just a lot of knee-jerk reaction right now, like, oh man, I can have AI do this, and they're gonna, in a month or two, regret turning over so much to, or they'll hire people to fix what AI, sits there and dreams up.
I don't know. It's interesting to see what kind of jobs exactly were lost. I do think there will be a shift.
Did you hear about the lawyer that used ChatGPT? So there's a lawyer that has a client that's suing an airline for something, and gave a whole bunch of courts, like the previous trials, whatever, Mordy versus Southwest Airlines, and the result, and then a link to it. Gave all this to the judge, and the judge came back and said, none of these are real. He said, oh, sorry, I used ChatGPT. Not only did he use ChatGPT, he showed the judge screenshots of him saying to ChatGPT, are these real cases? And ChatGPT said, yes, they are.
Oh, well, in that case, no pun intended.
So, I mean, you could argue, for all we know, maybe a paralegal lost their job a week before this guy had to go before the judge, and because he's like, ChatGPT can do all this legal research for me, and then it just makes it up and says, it's totally right. So the lawyer, like, I mean, didn't check anything. And even if he was still using paralegals, like you can't just take. I guess if you have worked with someone for a long time and you trust them and you know them and you're in a hurry, you can be like, I know this is good work, right? But if
Yeah.
I don't know, man, like how do you go before a judge and not even check the links just to make?
Was this traffic court or something?
No, it was some passenger suing an airline for something.
You
And he was,
mentioned that. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, that's fine. But he was, he was proving that this case had standing because of these previous cases, none of which exist.
I wonder if you try like nine out of 10 times, the judge would be like, "Ah, yes, I see. There's a precedent here. Okay."
The judge just sees it and says, like, "Oh man, looks like airline's guilty, man."
Right. All right. That's a good one.
Let's look at some AI tools.
Oh yes, let's look at some AI tools. Why? Thank you, because I am not HireAI. Erin, I can't.
No,
I can't in good conscience read this.
No. It's not hiring AI.
It's having AI do the hiring for you. Skip the outreach, job ads, and resume screening. HireAI is the smarter way to hire the world's top remote developers. Yeah, what could go wrong here?
Now, these are developers that probably ask AI for all the help, right? How do I code this?
What is this?
So it's a company that's using AI to try to help change the hiring process.
Is it just giving you like a match rate, or is it saying like this is the one you should hire? Hire this one.
Well, I mean, I don't need to hire a developer right now, so I can't test it for you, but it does say you can hire 4 times faster with vetted candidates. Now, a vetted candidate is not an AI thing. That's just a candidate that's been vetted. Is AI vetting it, or is it vetted somewhere else, getting into a system, and then AI helps place their talents where they
but at this point, if you just want to be faster, just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Well, that'll work too.
I'll tell you something.
All right.
I used to interview a lot of people. I used to work at a property management company. I was in charge of a lot of hiring, and I used to hire a lot of people. There's a lot of turnover.
Sure.
That was just the nature of the business. It wasn't like anything bad. And I would tell you, like, people would come in, and in 3 minutes flat, I knew like whether or not I was gonna like move to the next stage with this person.
Sure.
And it wasn't because like what was on the paper. What was on the paper was not helpful.
Right.
It was like immediately like, hey, this person's got it. There's something there. This one's a schmendrick. This one's out. This one's a putz. That one's a schmuck. That one's good. Again, like a very Jewish thing. What a schmuck. Yeah. But I knew in 3 seconds. I think it was before I started again at Wix. They put out a post. They were trying on LinkedIn. They were like trying a whole new way of like hiring. It was like nothing to do with the CV. It was like send us a pitch or whatever. I forgot exactly what it was.
Oh,
because the CV is so meaningless. It's such dribble.
Right.
But no, I'm glad AI is going to match it up to what you need from like the CV. You know what I think really needs the human element taken out of it? Hiring people. Right? Hiring people that can make or break your business, that are part of your working environment, that you're going to have to interact with. You know what? This makes sense is for developers because none of that actually applies to developers. I take it all back.
The website does say it's for hiring developers. So.
It all makes sense. I take it all back. There's no interaction. There's no humanity involved. You're just doing a bunch of numbers and stuff, whatever. Okay. We're proud to have InLinks as a sponsor of Edge of the Web. Did you know that entities play a major role in how search engines understand and rank content on the web? Optimizing your content solely around keywords is a thing of the past. Now is the time to add entities into the mix and reach higher rankings by using InLinks, an award-winning software in entity SEO. InLinks provides you with expert-level data to build your content around any keyword so that Google will have a better understanding of the context of your articles. Go to edgeofthewebradio.com/inlinks to claim your free InLinks account and start creating content that will outperform your competitors. And now on to Barry. Barry or AI. Is it Barry or AI? Barry. We're doing Barry. Barry, I just want you to know if you're listening, you should feel honored. We've got away from AI. You're the only person that we're focusing on this show altogether. Other than all we've been focusing on is AI on this show for the last few weeks. Erin, if I'm being salty, it's because you're gone and it's time to be salty about the AI stuff. I'm losing my mind.
My favorite part is going to be when you get to the second or third article from Barry. But start with the first one.
Yeah. The first one's not about AI. All right. Google rolling out multiple feature snippets on desktop search, where you want to phrase it. Basically, what you have here is you search for something, you get a featured snippet, but in that box is not one snippet of content. It's not two snippets of content. It's three. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Snippets of content. With 3 URLs. I don't see this, by the way.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Whether I search through in the US or I search not in the US, I don't see it. So, Barry, what's going on with that?
He's got special early access.
He must. By the way, it does show up on mobile in a different format. It could just be at different locations, different people seeing different things. I don't know. But a bunch of people did see it. It wasn't just Barry. He's not hallucinating. It's not a Barry hallucination. It is real. And it does make a lot of sense to me. I think I wrote a whole article about this on the Wix SEO about why Google is not going with the one true answer and why they need content diversity, because it better aligns with what users actually expect in an age of extreme web skepticism. We'll link to that article in the show notes, right, Jacob?
Of course.
What follows this is more AI. Thanks, Barry. Bing Cheeses. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Bing Teases.
Calm down there, Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Bing Teases, Bing Chat, Webmaster tools, reporting. It's almost ready. I'm actually super excited for this. I want to see whether or not AI is impacting, or SGE, or Bing's SGE, whatever you want to call it, is impacting traffic negatively or positively. My guess is for certain websites, it's going to be very positive. For other websites, very negative. Which websites? Probably the super authorities in the area. So, for example, if you're Googling things about SEO, I'm sure Search Engine Land and SEMrush and the Wix SEO Hub, obviously, are all going up, well as your more niche websites are probably going down. That's my guess of what's happening. Microsoft, again, Bing Chat to work on all browsers soon. That's good.
Yeah,
well, that's coming.
More
AI.
I was wondering if they were trying to. Do you think it was actually browser specific, or do you think they're just trying to remind people that their browser existed?
No, they wanted you to get Edge.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's never needed to only work.
No,
Edge isn't.
Obviously
there's
not.
no code on my side that makes anything better or different. That was just a requirement early on, so they could be like, "Hey, don't forget about us, right? You want to learn about?
Basically.
You want to try AI? You got to put our browser."
I see it now. Oh no, it's not. Like they have they fooled me.
Uh-oh.
I tried it on Chrome. The first time I've ever tried it on Chrome. It has the chat button there. And then it says chat mode is only available if you have access to the new Bing.
The new Bing,
which is only on Edge, not Edge of the Web Radio.
But Edge of browser.
The browser.
They get you, man.
They know what they're doing. Hey, listen, why not? Right.
Right.
Everyone's got to play the game. You know what game we're playing?
Tell me.
How to explain SEO to your family.
Which
I have no idea. No clue. My father still thinks I do computer stuff. Literally. He said, "Oh, you do the computer stuff, huh?" So Gus Pelogia is hosting SEO Chat on Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to talk about strategies to convince your family that your job is not made up, that SEO is real. Is that it for Edge of the News?
For Edge of the News? We got a new show title?
Hey, I can barely talk.
This has been Edge of the News.
This has been Edge. You know what? That's it. We're going with it. This has been Edge of the News for the week of June 5th, 2023. That's it for Edge of the News this week. Daniel K. Chung's first episode will be out by the end of the week, and next week's news will be episode 600. Holy crap. Are we going to talk about AI, you think?
Ooh, I mean, maybe that could be.
Know.
We were trying to figure out what to do special for the episode. Maybe the special thing should be not talking about AI, just for Mordy.
No. I feel like we should only talk about AI. No one else cares about it. It's not about me. It's about 600.
That's right. So 600 AI articles?
Yeah, I feel like we should add ChatGPT like 600 questions and see what happens.
Ooh, I like it.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so it'll be on Edge of the News next week. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updated when we go live with our next show. From all of us here at Edge of the News, stay safe and well, and do not be a piece of cyber driftwood. Artist, yes, sir.